Warren, how are you, mate? Nice
Good,
to catch
mate.
up again. How are you?
All right.
Warren, I'm going to leave you in the capable hands of a very special man, Steve. He's my fitting professional, Steve. Warren.
How you going,
Nice to
Steve?
meet you,
Now,
Warren. How are you?
the
Gonna
time's
fit
come.
me up, are you?
Certainly.
It's time.
Beautiful.
We're going to get your equipment to match your balance and your motion. That's the whole idea. This man's very well qualified for it. So I'm going to leave you guys to it. Have some fun, and I'll catch you back in a while. Thanks, Warren. Good
Thanks,
luck, mate.
Andy.
Enjoy
Yeah.
yourself.
Look
Cheers,
after
mate.
yourself, mate.
Okay, Warren. Right, so we're going to check the line angles of your clubs and see how
Yep.
they're affecting the way you swing the club and the ball flight. So the first thing we want to do is we want to get your 6-iron out of your bag, and we're going to hit a few shots and measure the lie angle and see how that's affecting your ball flight. Okay? All right. Now, so what we're going to do, we're going to hit some shots off this board here, and I promise it won't hurt you, it won't hurt the club, and you certainly won't hurt the board. All right? It's a magic board. Everyone hits good shots off the board. So
Take it out on the fairway,
you
would
can
you?
certainly take it out on the fairway. It makes
Beautiful.
the golf course a lot better. No divots. All right, so all I want you to do here is just make your normal, perfect swing, and let's just see what happens. Okay, beautiful. That's what we're looking for. Just a nice balance action. So let's just have a quick look here. So we can learn a lot from what we've got here. We can see where the club's striking the ground. So it's on the leading edge on the toe. And we can see that the center of hit's a little bit out. It's in a little bit towards the heel. So you're not getting the sweet spot of the club. So we'll hit a few more shots just to make sure that that's all correct. Okay, a little bit off balance. It's okay, just keep going. Yeah, just make sure you get that balance finish, that nice, perfect balance finish. Okay, a little bit thin. That's all right. Let's just have a look here. So you can see you've hit 3 shots there, and they're all pretty much one good, 2 not so good. But you can see that the golf club's landed in exactly the same spot for those 3 shots, and you've actually hit all 3 shots sort of in the heel of the golf club. So first of all, the lie angle of the golf club's a little bit out, and there's a little bit of a balance issue, one with the club and maybe with your swing as well. And we can see from the shot the swing was a bit out.
To start with,
Okay,
mate, not me.
so, well, the golf club can have a lot to do with it, because the golf club, the lie angle affects the direction where the ball's going to go, and obviously the center of hit's going to affect how far the ball goes. So it's important that we get the golf club balanced perfectly for your swing, so you get the lie angle mark sitting in the middle of the club, so that'll get the ball to go straight. And if we get the club hitting the ball hitting the middle of the club face, we know we're going to get full distance out of the shot. So what we'll do now, we'll try a few other clubs from the fitting cart to see if we can get that lie angle mark to sit in the middle. Okay? All right, so we'll come to the fitting cart. And all these clubs here, Warren, are all different lie angles and lengths and flexes. So I know from experience what the lie angle of this one is here. So we'll see if we can find something a little bit more upright. We might just change the shaft a little bit, because I think with that shaft and your swing speed, that probably looks a little bit soft and a little bit light. So we might go something a little heavier to start with. That one there. Okay, so this is a similar head design to yours. This is the Callaways that you got here are an offset golf club, and this 804 Titleist is a slightly offset club as well. So it's
Yeah,
2
I'm
clubs.
pretty offset myself, so
Pretty
we go well, wouldn't we?
All right. So, well, they don't quite match your woods at the moment, but we'll speak about that in a little while. So, here's a golf club that's similar length, and the lie angle should be just a little bit more upright than that one. So, we'll just have a couple of hits with that, just to start with. That might be just a little bit flat, actually. So, we'll just give that a try to start with, just so you can get an idea. Okay, good swing, beautiful. Felt good?
Always feels good.
Felt
with a shot, mate.
felt a bit different. Okay, we'll just go with that again. Okay. Very good, very good. All right, so first thing we can see at the moment, since we've changed to the steel shaft, which is a little bit heavier, even though it's a lightweight steel, you've got the center of hit starting to come a little bit more out of the middle, so it should be feeling a little bit more comfortable. The lie angle mark is still a little bit towards the toe here, So we need to just make that club probably just a little bit more upright. But the good thing about this here, if you notice the difference between the two here, with this one being on the leading edge, that's a little bit shut down, right? Whereas this one here is a little bit more in the middle of the club, so it's more even, so it tells me that your balance is a lot better there and you're going to get a more truer trajectory. So let's just come back to the fitting
But
card.
can't I teach myself to hit it in there, or I always hit it there?
Well, the hardest thing about it is, you see, because golf's a dynamic sport and you're moving and you're swinging the golf club at, let's say, 90 mile an hour, at 90 mile an hour and at 1/10,000th of a second at the ball, how are you going to change that?
So it really is down to the golf.
The golf club's
Stick,
got to
innit?
fit the person. You can't change it, all right?
Yeah.
So, because we're always looking to be in balance, in perfect balance. So when you had your lessons with Andy, the thing that we would have been reinforcing the whole time is balance, balance, and more balance. So the better balance you are, the better your golf shot's going to be. And so if we get the golf club to balance into your swing, that all just works together and that makes more consistent golf, which is what we're all looking for. Okay. Okay. So we'll, Warren, we'll check back to the board here and see what we can find. So in here, we need to find this one here. This is the same length. This one's a couple of degrees more upright. So we'll hit a couple of shots with this one and see if this can make a change. Okay. There you go. Okay. Nothing different, just your perfect swing again. Okay, great shape. Great balance too. Okay,
Oh,
so
dead
you can see
centre.
we got perfect center of hit, and we're starting to move that in a little bit, but you can see the center of the hit is improving straight away from the slightly heavier shaft. So that tells me we're hunting in the right area here. Okay, Warren, that last shot was a really nice shot, and it's a pretty big improvement already on the on your own clubs. So I want to show you now why that golf club's working a little bit better than the one that you were presently using before. So I'm just going to come out here, and what I've got here is a long iron.
TV antenna, right?
Yeah, something like that. Other people have called it a sex aid, but no, it's not. This is a long iron and a short iron, all right? And they're welded together, and they're both pointing. These shafts here, they indicate the direction of flight of the golf ball. Now, what I want to show you here is when the golf club lands on the ground at the point of impact, if the club lands flat on the ground like it was with the last shot, you can see that the shafts here are pointing directly down the fairway where we want the ball to go.
Yeah.
Now, when we started with your club, the ball was landing actually on the toe of the club, something like this. So now if you have a look here, you can see that the wedge and sand on here is pointing straight off to the right, probably 20 metres to the right of the flag, but the long iron is still pointing directly down the middle of the fairway. So the club face is square, but because the lie angle's out, the ball's going to drift off to the right. And then what you tend to do, because you don't want your ball to go to the right, you tend to do this. You close the face. And so now you've got your pitching wedge and your 9-iron going nice and straight, but then when you pull out your 3-iron or your woods, they're going to start going off to the left. How does that sound?
Sounds pretty complicated to me, mate.
All right, but does it sound like your game?
Yeah, right.
Right? Okay. So one of the big problems with, off-the-rack golf clubs only fit about 10% of the people who buy them. The thing is with people, it's important to know that this angle is an adjustable angle. And when you're buying golf clubs, it's important that this angle is fitted to suit you. So the most important thing is to do what we've done today, go through the lie angle mark, find out what you need, and make sure that this fits in nicely, because when we get this right, this makes Andrew's job a whole lot easier. So if you make a left swing, the ball goes to the left. If you make a right swing, the ball goes to the right. Then you can start making the alterations to yourself to see where the ball goes. Okay? Now, the other thing that I've noticed with your clubs is that they're offset. Now, I know with your golf clubs, you have offset irons and you have non-offset woods. Now, what this does to your game is, again, it's an engineering principle, the offset golf club, It's designed to stop a slice. Most golf manufacturers believe that the average golfer hits the ball with a slice. And that may be true. So what they've done is they've designed these offset golf clubs to help close the face a little bit faster for the average golfer. The problem with this is when you hit a good shot, the ball goes to the left. And so then what happens is you then start to try to build a swing which counteracts that. Then what happens is you come and buy a set of woods which are non-offset. So in your bag at the moment you've got a set of clubs that are offset in the irons and non-offset in the woods. So when you have your lessons, you learn to make your swing with your irons. And then when you make that same swing with your wood, you're going to get a totally different ball flight and a totally different shape. And then you come running back to Andrew saying these golf lessons aren't working because I can hit my irons great, but I can't hit my woods. So what we need to do, the first thing we'll do is we need to get your irons to be non-offset golf clubs, and then we'll find that that'll match up with your woods that you've got, which are quite nice. And then you'll find that you'll have the consistency between your irons and your woods, and that really will enhance your game. Okay.
Well, thank you very much.
Mate.
I'll tell you the truth. I was a doubter
Yeah.
at the start,
Yeah.
but I'm a believer now. So I have seen the proof.
Yep.
And I have been doing the wrong thing.
Well, it's
All
called
right?
a lie board, and it doesn't tell lies.
All right, can I take it with me then?
Mate, makes the game a whole lot easier. You can't take a divot, and you always get a good lie.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks,
everyone.
mate.
Thank you. It's been
See
great
ya.
fun. Thank you.